Good morning to one and all present here. Hope you all had a great time. Uh, Me, Infancy Reena, a research scholar from a prestigious university in Bangalore, here to take a demo class. Well, before I go forward with the text, or before we enter to the ocean of novels and reading intellectuality, let me come to an innermost emotion that we as human beings have. All of us have memories, all of us have past, all of us have future, undoubtedly. Yes, you are these young minds just flourished out from schools, and you're sitting here for your degree classes, and undoubtedly you have your school memories. The majority of our life, or majority of our memories, consists two things. Either it is on ending in a happy note, or it's in a sad note. Otherwise, there's something good or something evil, right? Now, the text that I'm going to teach you is titled The Scarlet Letter, which is written by Nathaniel Hawthorne. Now, this text compresses a lots of emotion, lots of major emotions in the protagonist in the text. And most important when we deal with text is the title and the author. Yeah. Now, why is the text titled The Scarlet Letter? The text is titled The Scarlet Letter because the complete text travels with this capital alphabet A in the chest of the two important protagonists in the text. And that's the reason, and undoubtedly in the future classes we'll discuss about every single chapter and why is that way, or why there is this alphabet A. Next, coming to the author, it's very important for us as students of literature learners to understand the writer first. So coming to Nathaniel, he was born in Salem. um, he was influenced by this great two great people, Longfellow and Henry Wordsworth. Undoubtedly, he lived in this period wherein there was this emergence of transcendentalism, and he was there during the period of transcendentalism. Transcendentalism is a very important principle in literature, which talks about self. Okay, and then we he was also said by Herman that he stands to be, or is said to be, the American Shakespeare. He married Sophia. He's written a lot of prominent works. One of the work is The Scarlet Letter. He dealt with a lot of theme because he had a background with Puritanism and things like that. And then he died on the year 1864. That's about the author. There's an image of the author which can also be viewed. With this, we move forward to the age in particular the text deal with. The age is the Puritan age. So Puritan people, in uh, order to understand them better, we have to look at this image again. When you look at this image, you see there's probably a father or a priest who's holding a book, undoubtedly Bible, and people worshipping. Yes, Puritan age is this period where there were this set of Christians who were pure in form as what they consider themselves to be. So Puritan age is wherein they study in private, they read Bible in private. There were people who didn't follow the normal Christian life, wherein there are people who don't encourage a lot of entertainment and things like that. So it's very important for us to understand the principles of Puritan age. Moving forward to the background, this novel was set in 16s in Boston. The plot ranges for 7 year period. So you see the protagonist coming out of a prison, that's Haysha, and then the travel is for 7 years, where you see the daughter of the protagonist named Pearl is 7 year old from a infant, And then you also see the two male protagonists, important male protagonists, are dead in the seventh year. Okay, with this there's it's also about, it's a love triangle to understand. Why is I coined it to be a love triangle? For you students to understand the very fact that you would see, there's this wife, there's this husband, and there's this lover, and that way it stands as a love triangle for you to understand the plot in an easier manner. Moving on to the theme of the text, it covers sin, knowledge, human condition, good versus bad, identity in society, role of gender. If we start deconstructing it, we can undoubtedly bring out a lot more themes. And point of view, it's on third person point of view. We see the innermost view or opinion, feeling, and emotion of the protagonist. It's we as readers that we can interpret it, so it is in third person point of view. Now coming to the base of the text, you see the writer has used a lot of symbolism to indicate or to add that color to his write-up. So he uses a lot of symbol. Most importantly, like I mentioned in the I mentioned very early in the uh, class, that Scarlet Letter in itself stands as a symbol, and the night sky uh, also stands as a symbol, wherein in the climax we see there's this appearance of alphabet A in the night sky. Pearl also is a symbol because she is that, let's say, a idol, in a way, who who is standing out there to resemble whatever sins has happened or whatever has taken place. And finally, the rose bush next to the prison door also stands as a symbol. Now, coming to the major characters and a little bit of story. Hester, Pearl, Roger Chillingworth, author, is the four major important protagonists, or four most important characters. Hester being the woman, the important protagonist. She comes out from a prison with a letter A, which resembles adultery. Okay, and then when she's coming forward, she has a baby in her hand, so we understand why she was in the prison, because it was Puritan age and people don't encourage adultery. And she comes stands in the scaffold, and that's how the novel proceeds. And what happens further, it just happens to meet young minister who is Hester's lover, and then meanwhile there's this Roger Chilling, who is right there, who's in disguise as a medicine practitioner. And then he is there in the text, and there's a lot of confusion, there's lots of emotion, there's lots of trauma taking place. In the next class we would discuss the text in depth with chapters. Thank you and have a lovely day.